Do not come to Germany in 2024 if you are not ready to consider some of the things I'm going to be sharing on this video. Hi, my name is Evelyn and I want to say welcome to 2024. Like, this is not my first video of the year, but how long do we have to say 2024? We're still in January, so yeah, it's still right to say welcome to the new year. My name is Evelyn, like I said earlier, and I make videos about living, working, schooling as an expat family living here in Germany. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing on why you should not move if you're not ready to consider these things. Germany is making migration into the country better and better because there is a need for highly skilled workers in the country. And so if you're one of the people that are considering moving to Germany, these are some of the things that you need to consider in your migration process. The first will be the elephant in the room, which is learning the German language. Of course, you will hear people saying that you can come to Germany without learning the language. Yeah, at the beginning you can cope with it, but as time goes on, especially if you are trying to settle down for a long period of time, you need to start thinking about how to learn the language. This is because when you are vast and when you're fluent in the language, it opens more doors for you. You are able to interact, you are able to integrate into the society and into the system better and faster, rather than if you do not understand or if you do not speak the language. So if you're not ready to learn another language, then maybe you should not consider it. The second would be if you're not ready to adapt to the German culture. Of course, definitely, if you're moving to another country, you should be ready to learn the culture of the new country that you're moving to. You cannot afford to be close-minded. You cannot afford to not learn the do's and don'ts of the country. For instance, on Sundays is considered as Ruhezeit, is considered as quiet time, whereby you are required not to make noise because you have to consider your neighbors, in as much as even if you own and pay for your apartment, you have to consider the people that live around you. Which means that you should not be maybe nailing the walls or maybe vacuuming, especially if your vacuum cleaner is very loud. Learning about the German culture is really important if you're planning to settle in Germany in 2024. Another reason why you should not consider moving to Germany is if you're not ready to seek for more information by yourself. Like, even for me, that I've been here for about 6 years, I practically learn every day, every week, every month about new information. If you do not keep yourself abreast of the things that are going on around, then I don't see how you can survive in a system as this, because things are continually changing, especially for migrants like you and me. If you plan to move to Germany, you should be ready to seek out information by yourself. You should be ready to learn and listen to the news, read the news on a regular basis to know what is abreast, what is obtainable. For instance, like I said earlier, requirements for visas for migrants are always changing because of the fact that the government is trying to make migration easier for people. So for instance, if you're processing your resident permits and the information you have is about 12 months ago, you need to update the information that you have. So you need to constantly be abreast of the information that is going around. You can't just wake up and just go to work and come back without getting more information about what is happening around you. This is actually a funny one, but do not consider moving to Germany if you're not ready for weird weather conditions. Yes, I mean weird weather conditions. Even though in Germany we have winter, spring, autumn and summer, and you would expect that maybe to be shared maybe half and half or equally, but it is cold most times of the year. About 8 months of the year is cold, so you have to like wear layers and layers of clothes for about 8 months, and we have just 4 months of constant sun. With last year's summer was even weather because it was raining almost all through summer, and we had maybe just 1 or 2 weeks of sun before winter started. So if you're not ready for weird weather, especially if you're coming from a warmer climate, then maybe Germany is not for you. Another point is that do not consider moving to Germany if you're not ready to face the loneliness. Yes, I said it, the loneliness, especially if you're moving alone. Be ready to be able to stay alone or be able to live alone or be lonely, you know. That is quite strange, especially like I said, for people that are single and maybe came alone. I was quite lucky because I came with my husband, so I didn't really feel it. So during winter months when everything is dark by 4 o'clock and everybody's cold and everybody's just, I don't know, I usually feel for people that are single and people that live alone or people that do not have so much friends. Like, how do they cope? Like, stuff like that. Which brings me to the next point, which is the last point. Do not consider moving to Germany if you're not ready to shoot your shot and make friends. To be able to cope the loneliness that I mentioned previously, you need to be able to shoot your shots, make friends, interact with people of like minds that you see that maybe I like this person. You should be ready to shoot your shots and say, my name is so and so, can we be friends? Or there are several ways that you can meet people here in Germany. Like I said, you have to go all out. You have to go all out and be intentional about meeting people. For instance, you could join groups online, meet up. For instance, if you're into IT, you could look for groups maybe on Facebook. For instance, IT professionals in Berlin or English speakers in Berlin. Just for instance, whatever it is that maybe you have interest in, could be baking, could be maybe crochet and stuff like that. You could look for groups on maybe Facebook and go for meetups and gatherings that they organize, especially now after COVID, where most events are now held on site. I hope that with these few points I've been able to explain to you, first, you know, if Germany is actually right for you. I wish you all the very best as you make your migration plans in 2024. I pray for you that God will grant you wisdom and knowledge and lead you in the path that you should go. I will be seeing you on my next one. Germany is making migration into the country better and better, simpler and Jesus. he choke. Of course, the elephant. Hey Lord, this year, oh my God, hey, it's okay. Especially if you're coming from a warmer temperate climate, from a weather climate,
from a warmer climate.
Hey, IT professionals in Berlin or English speakers English. Learn. So I hope that with these few points I've been able to convince you or to stop now.
To diffuse.
She won't be my downfall when the rain